Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's GentooMan here, and it's currently the middle of the night, and I honestly don't really want to be making a video right now, but I'm not going to have time tomorrow, and I want to keep the videos up for you guys. So here I am. I'd appreciate it if you watch this video. Anyways, the story time is kind of a funny one, but also kind of a terrifying one in the moment. This is a story about the time that my French teacher caught me with weed. So a little backstory here. I had constant beef with my French teacher. I don't really know why. My French teachers didn't like me very much. There's probably a lot of contributing factors. For one thing, I was the only guy in my French class. It was just me. Everyone else in the class was a girl. I was the only guy. It was just me. Another thing is I was late for French a lot. Not late. Obviously late is late, but it was just by a couple minutes or something. Because every day the morning schedule would flip around between my two classes, but my other morning class wasn't a class. I had a spare period, so if I had it first, I'd either just not go to school till later or stuff like that. And it just caused a lot of problems. Basically, I was constantly beefing with my French teacher, and I really didn't want to go to French a lot of time. And this was one of those days. I really didn't want to go to French this day, but there'd be times that I'd go to school and I'd show up, I'd sleep in that morning because I had a spare period first thing, or I'd go hang out with my girlfriend or something because she had a spare at the same time I did. But this day I'd slept in. I went to school in time for French class, and the past couple of days I'd been texting my mom, been look, I don't want to go to French, so I'm not going to. And I was actually terrified to do that. Sometimes I know a lot of people are oh, just skip and stuff, but if you meet my parents, why I'd be pretty terrified to do that. But I didn't really want to deal with the wrath of my parents by skipping and having them find out. So I would sometimes text my mom and be hey, I'm not going to French today, just so you know, I really don't want to. Because my mom knew about the beef between me and my teacher. She knew about that. But this particular day, I had used that excuse a good couple times. I texted my mom, I really am not feeling it today. I'm not going to go to French. I'm skipping. And I guess she wasn't having it this day, because my mom was no, you're not skipping. You're going to French. You've skipped enough days in a row. You got to get caught up. Go to French. And like I've said, I wasn't going to tempt that, because it could have made my life a living hell for the next couple of days at home. So I went to what do you call it? French class. Yeah, that one. I almost said Spanish. I didn't take Spanish. And so I show up to French, obviously a couple minutes late in true me fashion. And my teacher is not pleased. And she's getting after me. She's I need you to pull out your assignment, the one that was due, the project on the artist. I'm okay, yeah, I'll get that. Because I had actually had it done. I had actually done my homework, which was a rare occurrence for me. And, I was doing that, and I was trying to pull it out. But what I didn't remember is that at the moment I was carrying something for my friend. I was carrying a canister of pre-rolls, which is just a canister that you get from a dispensary that has two rolls of weed in it, which you smoke. And I didn't smoke at the time, so I was just carrying them for my friend. It's not an excuse. They were just genuinely not mine. I was carrying them for my friend, though, because his parents would root through his stuff all the time when he'd come home from school and try and find stuff. So I was carrying them for him because I was genuinely a trustworthy person. People didn't usually go through my stuff, and I was pretty unproblematic. So I forgot that I was holding these in my backpack, and I didn't have them in a safe place in my backpack like a smart person. I just had them in there, just laying there. So when I go to pull out this project, they fall out onto my desk. And I'm not really paying attention, and neither is anyone else in my class. But my teacher is. And I noticed quickly, so I scoop them, throw them back into my backpack. And my teacher could have made a bigger thing about this, but instead she just kind of stands up and then motions for me. She's I want to see you outside of class. Can you come to the hallway with me? I'm okay. And this girl I sat next to was oh, you're in trouble. And she was I don't know. In the moment, she was the friend I had in the class, I guess. But she wasn't really my friend. More on her later. So I go out into the hallway with my teacher, and she starts asking so you want to tell me what that was that fell out of your backpack? And I just kind of sigh, and I don't really want to lie to this lady. So I say look, I know it's the oldest excuse there has ever been, but it's not mine. I'm holding it for a friend. She's like, yeah, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are holding it for a friend. Did your dog also eat your homework? I'm like, no, my homework is on my desk. Like, I know, you know what I mean. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm telling you the truth. It's not mine. I'm sorry. I didn't think it was still in there. I wasn't thinking. I didn't mean to bring it. I'm not on anything. You can take me to the office and test me if you need to, but it's not mine, and I'm sorry that it's here. And I guess I must have sounded pretty sincere, because she kind of just, like, looked me up and down and, like, was silent for about a minute, and then she said, I'm going to let you get away with it this time, but you can't be bringing stuff like that to my class, let alone school. You can't have that. You need to leave it at home, and people your age shouldn't even be messing with that at all. So just stop, okay? I said, okay, I'm sorry. As we go back into class, and, you know, the girl I'm sitting next to was like, oh, what'd you get in trouble for? What'd you get in trouble for? Because literally no one else in my class saw it, which is probably a good thing, so it would have been, like, a big thing. But, yeah. Luckily that could have gone so much worse, and I'm surprised it didn't, because I had, like, serious beef with my French teacher. She did not like me. I didn't really like her. So I'm surprised, but also glad that didn't go much worse than it did. But anyways, yeah, I don't know how that was a big problem for me, but also this girl that sat next to me, we went and did salsa dancing once for French class, which is weird. Like, salsa isn't even French. So why did we do that? But we went to the gym, and, like, my teacher was a relatively young teacher. A lot of the people thought she was, like, the hot teacher, you know? And she was, like, teaching us all these salsa moves, and we would dance, and it was a whole thing. But this girl I'm talking about, she literally just popped her tits out at one point, like, as just, like, a way to exaggerate her dance, and that was fine. Like, the teacher just literally laughed that off. I'm like, why is that fine? But me accidentally having something like that, like, you know, double standard, I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying I should have had, like, pre-rolls on me at school. Like, not at all. That's definitely something to get in trouble for. I'm just saying, like, why am I the only one getting in trouble here? Anyways, that's going to wrap it up. I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed, but you guys know the drill. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I hope you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. Help me get that PS5, guys. I really need to play Spider-Man 2. Please help me. In all seriousness, no. I'm glad you guys watched. Thank you for watching. I'll leave all my socials down in the description. You can follow me on Twitter and TikTok and Twitch if you want. I just finished streaming Fortnite, actually, which is not even a game I like that much. But anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Stay awesome. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.